Hi, today we're going to compare Red Baron's classic crust. Awesome new recipe. It's a 4-cheese pizza. In a later segment, we're going to go ahead and compare the original 4-cheese Red Baron recipe to this new recipe. I think I might like the old recipe better, but in either case, today it's the 4-cheese new recipe of the Red Baron versus the Costco cheese pizza. Your better bargain price-wise is obviously the Costco cheese pizza. One challenge you're going to have, I don't have a double oven. If you do, it's a lot easier. I don't have a double oven. The problem today is that this one here, we're having to do 425 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes on the Costco pizza. And then on the Red Baron pizza, we're doing 400 degrees at 16 to 18 minutes. The way that I've sort of overcome this is that I go ahead and I set the oven to the temperature of the lower pizza, cook it for its lowest time, which is 16 minutes. But what I do is when I approach the 10 to 12 minute range, I take a look and I visually inspect the other pizza, which needs a higher temperature, to make sure it's not burning. Usually I end up having to leave it in just slightly longer and it cooks up just fine. So we're going to go ahead and cook these two pizzas, and then we're going to come back with our comparison. So I'm going to show you exactly how I pull the pizzas out of the oven here. Everybody has their different techniques. But what I have is, quite often you'll have a cutting board that doesn't have room for both pizzas on it. One downside to the Costco pizza and the Red Baron is that they don't come with cardboard pieces. You can just put the pieces on. So what I do is I just use a spatula. I put it right onto here, and then I just bring it up into my cutting area. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up this Costco pizza, and then we're going to do our taste test. Okay, so we got our Costco pizza out of the oven. I'm just going to cut it up here. And everybody has their own techniques for cutting. Looks like I might have slightly overcooked this Costco pizza, but I think the taste will still remain the same. I'm going to go ahead and cut it into some smaller slices here. So what I'm comparing, take one that's not quite as overcooked. Go ahead and plate that, and I'm going to plate a piece of my Red Baron. So this Red Baron pizza is the new recipe for the 4-cheese. This is the Costco pizza. I don't believe it's 4-cheese, but the reason I want to do this comparison is that the Costco pizza, you get 4 of these for about $11 or $12, and you get one of these pizzas for about $3.70. So you have some cost savings on the Costco. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick taste here. Obviously, this is very subjective, but I'm going to give you my opinion in either case. I'm going to try the Red Baron first. Yeah, very good flavor. I'm getting a lot of the cheddars, which I do like the cheddar cheese portion of this. Kind of let that digest a little bit. Very good. Costco, let me give it a little taste of this. Not bad. Now, the one thing I could say, the Kirkland crust and the Red Baron crust is very similar. I like their crust very much. The sauces, I would say I would give it to Red Baron. It's got a nice tang to it. The cheeses, for what Costco has put on here, the cheeses are really good. But I'll tell you what, the 4-cheese on the Red Baron, I think wins hands down. The cheddar really adds a nice pop to it, along with the mozzarella, where I think the Costco pizza is strictly a mozzarella mix. I could be totally wrong, but I'm not really tasting complexity in this cheese mix. Whereas this one here, I get a lot of complexity, a lot of depth in the cheese. And I would say overall, I would go for the Red Baron 4-cheese new recipe.